Now, ghost, another word for ghost is spirit. Just a spirit entity. Don't think of some pillowcase image floating around. So this is actually a bodily presence that had a physical appearance, but not touchable. So they are assuming they're seeing a spirit. And he said to them, "Why are you troubled, and why do doubts rise in your minds? Look at my hands and my feet. It is I myself. Touch me and see. A ghost or a spirit does not have flesh and bones as you see I have." And so he's acknowledging that, yes, I could be a spirit, but if I was a spirit, you couldn't touch me. You could see me. I think of the Mount of Transfiguration, for instance, where Jesus has a conversation with Moses and Elijah. Did Moses and Elijah, who appeared to Jesus in the Mount of Transfiguration, Matthew 17, did they have physical, touchable bodies? No. So some of you know that. They couldn't have. Jesus is the first person to rise from the dead. He's the first person who had a physical body after death. Anything before that is a spirit without a body. And of course, if you are a person that understands that having a body is the way you enjoy life, then you could understand why Moses and Elijah were talking to Jesus, because as spirits without bodies, they were excited for the day that Jesus would conquer death, and they would have the hope of the resurrected body. The resurrected body is what we're looking forward to, is how we enjoy the things that God created for us. Look at my hands and feet, it is I myself. Touch me and see. A spirit does not have flesh and bones as you see I have. And when he said this, he showed them his hands and his feet. And while they still did not believe it, because of joy and amazement, and they're caught up in this, right? He asked them, "Do you have anything here to eat?" Oh, wait a second. Touching him is one thing. Is he going to eat? And did he do this on purpose to show them he could eat? Spirits don't eat. You have to have a body to eat. So he asked them, "Do you have anything here to eat?" They gave him a piece of broiled fish, and he took it and he ate it in their presence. And why does Luke focus on the fact that he ate it in their presence? Because the nature of the resurrected body is at issue here. And he's making a point that not only could you touch him, you could see him, but you could touch him. Not only could you touch him, but he could eat. Okay, so there's a point being made, right? So he was able to stand in their midst, which means somehow or another he'd go through walls. He says he is not a spirit, so that's his word. He must be speaking the truth. He can see, you can see and touch him, so there's no question about seeing him. He says, "I have flesh and bone," which means that there's substance to what he is. And he ate fish in their sight. Now, just thinking about this, and I have no answer, but here's the question. If Jesus appeared in the room, then he had to pass through walls and stuff.